So while I was in Kansas, I had the most incredible steak that I've ever had. I had a Delmonico ribeye, and it was amazing. And it has re-sparked my interest in making some steaks and some food. I'd been doing it for a little while, but not really steak so much as just smoked meats and whatnot. So I'm about to head to the local butcher, and go check out some steaks and maybe try to find either a really good cut of ribeye, or maybe, I don't know. We're gonna see what they've got, and see if tomorrow sometime we can cook up a couple of steaks and make something really tasty, because yeah, that has fired me up for some good steak. So maybe hopefully we can find something decent at the butcher's market. Let's see. Apparently we're doing a cooking show today. Testing some hot spots. Gonna do the little hot spot test on my smoker. I have not done that. I've had the smoker for a couple of years now, and I've never actually spent the time to figure out exactly where the hot spots are at. So I'm going to lay these pieces of bread out and let them roast for a little bit and see where the hot spots are at, so that way I know for future reference, like today, whenever I cook the steaks, where the cold and hot spots are at, so I don't get them in two totally different spots. So just going to lay all these pieces of bread out and get that checked out. Yeah, I've always been kind of interested in cooking meats and smoking meats and stuff. I've had this smoker for a couple of years, and I've used it a ton for smoking meats, like smoking pork butts, and making pulled pork and stuff like that. But I have just up until recently, like last week, I haven't really done much steaks. I haven't really done much in the world of steaks or things like that. So I'm slowly experimenting in the world of steaks and trying to figure out exactly what I want to do, and trying to figure out how, because I love steak, but yeah, I'm not super versed in it. I spend a ton of time doing smoked meats and things like that, like I said, but as for just steaks, yeah, I haven't really spent much time doing just steaks. I've got these really good picanhas. It's some picanha steaks that I am going to cook tonight, and I'm super excited about it. I've got them dry brining right now in the oven. I'm sorry, in the fridge. I've got them dry brining right now in the fridge. Yeah, I'm excited to try those. I'm excited to see how that goes. All right, we got these laid out, so all we're gonna do is we just put all these pieces of bread down like this, and then we are going to turn this thing on to 275 and see which pieces of bread toast quicker than the other ones. Just kind of see what ends up happening. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Going to get those rolling, and yeah, let's give this a little try. Alright, so they're all flipped over now. This is what we look like. Fairly even, actually. It looks like the corners get kind of warm right here, because you can see down where the heat just, I guess, comes around. So the corners get pretty warm. Looks like the hottest section is right back there in the back, but it looks like most of the middle is fairly even. So that's pretty good. I mean, I'm happy to see that. That means that I don't have to worry too much about where it's sitting. So I guess I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to get this steak and stuff ready to roll. I don't have to necessarily worry about where I'm sticking it, as long as it's reasonably in the middle, and it should be good to go. Very cool. Make some chimichurri and I've never made this before either, so this is my first time making these steaks and my first time making a chimichurri. I'm gonna make these, and hopefully it comes out all right. All right, all finished up with our fresh chimichurri sauce. Hopefully that's good. I made it a little bit of my own by adding some of this red chili oil. So this is like fried red chili oil. So hopefully it comes out pretty good. It smells amazing. I've tasted it and it tastes good, but I don't know how it'll be on a steak, so I guess we'll find out. Got a bunch of fresh garlic in there, a bunch of fresh parsley, and a bunch of that fresh chili oil, so hopefully it's good. Alrighty, we have reached 80 degrees internal, so we're gonna give these puppies a little flip here. We're about to get this pulled out. Great. Alright. We'll let that roll right at 90 internal. It's actually a little bit late, but we're gonna pull that off at like 115. I'm gonna chop my fingers off here. Oh, almost lost one. Look at that, boom. Done. That's some chopped up good stuff. All right, these things are looking perfect. Just got some smoke on them. About to put a sear on them here in just a minute. Ooh, look at the crust on those. Oh my goodness, we got these things perfect. They should be awesome. Cooking up the little ones now for Lily. This is the last you'll see of any of these steaks, because I am a fat lard, and we immediately devoured every single one of them within seconds, and I didn't take a single bit of footage cutting them or plating them at all. Just know the steaks were delicious. All right, on the bike, just doing a little casual ride today through the neighborhood, nothing crazy. Really, this one's just a, I wouldn't really call it a recovery because we haven't done anything too insane, but it's just a stay active while not really doing anything insane today. So, we're gonna spend a little time out here on the bicycle. My neighborhood is still kind of busy right now. It's Saturday, the weather's super nice, bunch of people out. I like riding around in the neighborhood because it helps me get even more comfortable on the bike, because there's a ton of stuff I've got to be constantly looking out for. When I first got the bike, I wasn't comfortable on it at all. I had ridden motorcycles a good bit before, but this is like a totally different animal than riding motorcycles. All of your inputs are so much faster. On a motorcycle, everything's a little bit, all of your inputs are a little slower. Obviously the motorcycle's quicker, but everything you're doing, the controls and everything are a lot slower. So this, it felt very twitchy, and it's super, super tall and skinny compared to anything I've ridden before. And this was my first and only triathlon bike I've ever had. So I had never experienced anything like it. I hadn't even ridden a bicycle. When I first bought this bike like a year and a half ago, I had never even ridden a bicycle. I hadn't ridden a bicycle in years, 10 years probably. So I had ridden motorcycles, but like I just said, I mean, that's a totally different thing. Honestly, I think it made it harder because of how many motorcycles I had ridden. So it took me a while to get used to it because, yeah, it felt so twitchy, it felt so fast and just upright, and I don't know, yeah, it was scary. Not, I mean, compared to like a motorcycle, I was crazy that I say that it was scarier than a motorcycle, but it was absolutely scarier than a motorcycle. Now I can do really anything on this thing, and it doesn't bother me at all. I think the hardest part for me was getting used to the clipless pedals, which, if you don't know, are technically pedals with clips, which makes no sense. But when I first started, this was the first bike, obviously, the first bike I'd ever used them on. And your natural instinct is to be able to just move your foot. Like, if you're going to stop the bike, you're going to lean the bike over, you put your foot down. It's because that's your natural instinct. Well, you can't do that if your foot is attached and you haven't built the muscle memory to twist your foot before you try to put it down. So you can't, you've already moved your weight that way because that's just what your body does. and now your foot's not there, so you just fall over. And it's the first time I rode the bike that actually happened. I tried to lean over, tried to put my foot down, wouldn't come out, and I dropped my perfect shiny bike on the asphalt along with my knee, my ankle, and yeah, I wasn't super stoked about that. That kind of freaked me out on the bike a little bit just because I didn't want to mess it up anymore, and I rode it on the trainer for a while after that, and slowly but surely I knew that I was going to need to get comfortable on it before I went to the race, the Ironman. So I was like, let me start riding it. And now, I mean, it's super, I'm comfy on it. It feels great. And it's cool because the tri-bars I can hook a tripod up to, so I can put the phone on here. I have no idea if this is going to be any good quality. It might be way too bumpy. Might be awful. I don't know. But yeah, this is like I said, this is my first tri-bike, first and only, and I love it. It's a giant Trinity 2. It's like a 2009. It's a super old bike, all things considered, and I love the bike. It is done me well. I raced the half Ironman on it, and as long as I don't run into any issues, I plan on racing the full Ironman on it as well. And so I will be at least doing 1.5 Ironman on this bike. I don't know what my plans are for triathlon after I finish the Ironman this year in September. My plans are to possibly end up trying to do some more ultra running instead of just triathlon. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out what I end up wanting to do. I love triathlon. I think it's great, but I think I would like to try some ultra running, some ultra marathons, and some stuff like that. So I don't know. We're gonna see after I finish the Ironman. We'll see where I go, see where it takes me. But as of right now, all I'm planning on doing is finishing the Ironman this year, and then we will determine what happens next. The only thing that I'm still not used to the Presta valves. The Presta valves, which are the kind of air valves that are on these bikes. I always find a way to break them. I think I just like open them too far. When I put my pump on them, I accidentally snap them off. I think that's a me problem. I think I'm just doing it wrong. So my training block is not far out now, just a couple of weeks. It is, I can't see it on my watch right now because the thing's up. Training block's a couple weeks out, where for the actual start of it. So I'm anxious for it. I wouldn't say I'm nervous, or I guess maybe not anxious either. I'm just excited to get into a really rigid training plan, and I hope that everything goes fairly smooth. I hope that I don't have any injuries, and we get in a good shape, because I'm ready to race. I'm ready to get rolling. So I think we're going to set this down for a little bit and go get a little bit better riding. All right, we're all done. We did right at 30 minutes. Only like 6.5 miles, but that included a couple of just cruise. Most of it was just cruise. We're just having fun, so good little easy day.